Hey guys, welcome to Adilicious and I am Aditi. So here is my much requested Swiss meringue buttercream recipe. This is such an easy recipe, just requires 4 ingredients. It is my go-to recipe and it is quite stable. So without wasting much time, let's start making the buttercream. So here I have some egg whites and some castor sugar. Make sure you use castor sugar, and I'm assuming you know how to separate egg whites and egg yolks. Do that and then add the castor sugar to the egg whites. Now using a whisk, give it a mix, and now it's time to cook it on a double boiler. Double boiler is nothing but just a saucepan filled with some water, and you place the bowl over the top of the saucepan. Make sure the water is only simmering and it's not boiling vigorously. So slowly whisk in the egg whites and the sugar. You have to make sure that the sugar dissolves in the egg white, and the mixture is pretty hot. It should be around 65 degrees Celsius. Taking the temperature up to 65 degrees Celsius just makes sure that there is no salmonella or any bacteria. Now transfer this egg white and sugar mixture to a stand mixer bowl. You can also use a hand beater for this, but I have a stand mixer, so I'm using that. Put on the whisk attachment and start beating the egg white and the sugar on a medium speed, and then gradually increase the speed to high. We need to beat the egg whites and sugar until we reach some medium stiff peaks, and also the bowl should be at room temperature when we touch. It should not be too warm before we add in the butter. So this is what the meringue mixture should look like. These are the kind of medium stiff peaks we're looking for. Before adding the butter, I'm changing the whisk attachment to the beater blade. If you're using a hand whisk, you just need to continue with the whisk attachment. Now it's time to add in the butter. Don't be alarmed by the quantity of butter. I'm making triple my recipe here. So start adding butter bit by bit. My top tip to get a very shiny glossy buttercream would be that your butter should be very soft. It should not be melting, but it should be soft when you add it to the meringue. That will ensure that you get a very shiny buttercream. So when you've added all in the butter in, the buttercream might look split like this and grainy. Don't be afraid, just keep on beating the butter and the meringue and it will eventually come together like this. It will thicken and it will come together. It won't look split at all, so don't worry. So this is what the buttercream should look like. Now turn on the mixer on the lowest setting and add in the vanilla. Beating the buttercream on a low speed will ensure that you remove all the air bubbles from the buttercream so that you get a nice and smooth buttercream. Scrape the bowl and continue beating the buttercream for about 2 to 3 minutes. And this is what the end product should look like. It is nice, smooth, and it has no air bubbles. It is so glossy. You can easily flavor the buttercream by adding some fruit compotes or some extracts, and you can even color it very easily with gel colors. I recommend using gel colors with buttercream and not those liquid colors. This buttercream pipes beautifully and holds its shape for a very long time. As for the shelf life of the buttercream, you can leave it for a day at room temperature, refrigerate it for up to 5 days, or freeze it for 3 months. If freezing, store it in an airtight container, thaw it at room temperature, and then just give it a good whip before using it. If you give this recipe a try, don't forget to leave your feedback in the comment section below. I love reading your comments. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more such videos. I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, bye bye.